Hello, and welcome to Flip the Coin Onto Its Edge. I'm your host, Michael Papaw Newton. I've studied philosophy, classic and ancient mythology, spirituality, science, and various religions, including Christianity, Judaism, Wicca, Kabbalah, Buddhism, and Taoism for over 20 years. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to leave all preconceived notions, opinions, and beliefs at the door. Open up. This is episode number 12, and today we're going to explore how to invite more light into our lives. I'm excited to share some uplifting tips with you. Just a reminder, tap the button to follow this podcast. Now, into our show. Let's review all that we've learned spiritually to date. In our first podcast, we discovered there's a game called life. To succeed and excel at this game, we must learn and master all its rules. Otherwise, there can be extreme chaos in our lives. We learned how to receive as the object of this game. In fact, what is it that we want to receive? Fulfillment, happiness, security. In one word, energy. We've learned that we are blinded by our five senses. They limit us to a 1% view of total reality. We live in this 1% realm, a realm that can include chaos and misfortune. We also learn that there is a realm beyond the five senses, the remaining 99% of reality. This realm is the source of our intuition, synchronicities, and the mystical connections that occur in our life, a realm of absolute order and fulfillment. We close these podcasts by posing the question, where is this other realm? Then we learn that this 99% realm belongs to a reality that existed from the Big Bang. The light is infinite fulfillment, infinite sharing. To manifest this sharing, the light created the souls as infinite receivers of this fulfillment. All the souls of humanity throughout time and every speck of matter in our universe are part of that. Infinite sharing, infinite receiving, light and souls, intelligence and souls as one, perfect harmony. Then the only way the souls will receive light is by transforming their nature from reactive into one of proactive. Therefore, the soul needs to come to a realm where it can transform its reactive nature into a proactive one. The infinite desires of the soul suddenly fragmented into individual desires. All the souls of humanity, that was the beginning of the game of life. The first step in achieving this proactive state of godliness in our world on a practical level is to stop our reactive behavior. In the following few podcasts, we are going to learn how to play the game of life, how to bring the fulfillment from the endless into our lives on a daily basis, practically. The only playing field suitable for this unique game is the planet Earth. Why? Consider a picture puzzle. Everyone agrees that the only way to achieve a genuine sense of creative accomplishment and fulfillment from a puzzle is by actually putting it together, rather than buying it fully completed. When the pieces of the puzzle are in place, there is no space between the pieces. Everything is unified together. That's when the meaning becomes clear. However, when the pieces are separated and fragmented by space, we lose the picture. We lose the meaning. By themselves, they reveal no idea at all about the image of the picture. How about two pieces? When they combine, do they reveal anything about the image of the puzzle? If we used all the pieces, but they were in the wrong order, they would still not convey the correct idea. That is our world, a world of space, time, and motion. If we look carefully at our own world, we would see that just like a picture puzzle, everything appears to be separated and fragmented. Space is everywhere, and chaos, obstacles, and bottlenecks fill that space. Something can now go wrong in that space. Additionally, due to this space, there is no apparent meaning to random events, the different puzzle pieces in our lives. No obvious connection between all the parts of our universe. Now, how does all this relate to our lives right now on a practical level? Well, imagine earning several $1 million in profit from your business. That would generate a certain degree of fulfillment in our lives. When our soul was one with the light in the endless, we already had this fulfillment immediately. We were one with it. It was part of us, attached to us. However, in this world, that fulfillment from millions of dollars is separated from it is not attached to us because of space and time. We have to build a business. We have to work to earn money and fulfillment. There is space and time between our desire of fulfillment and the fulfillment itself. It's like two disassembled puzzle pieces. Puzzle piece number one is our desire for fulfillment. Puzzle piece number two is the fulfillment itself from the millions of dollars. This space gives us the opportunity to transform our innate nature of reactive behavior into proactive behavior as we tackle all these tasks and challenges necessary to achieve the goal. Consider another example. Imagine the perfect fulfillment that is generated from a perfect love in the endless. When we desire that fulfillment, we had it at once, instantaneously, without delay. Complete oneness between the fulfillment of the light and the desire of the soul. Whatever those desires were, they were fulfilled at the exact moment, beyond time. In this world, we are separated from our true soulmate. We have to search them out. We have to work hard at making our relationship work. The purpose of this separation? To give us the opportunity to transform our ingrained reactive nature into one of proactivity as we face the challenge of making our relationships work. One last example. In the endless, all the infinite wisdom and knowledge filled us completely. We had it all. However, in our world, we must go out and relearn all this knowledge. We go to school, we go to college. For most of us, we go to the University of Hard Knocks. Knowledge is merely another puzzle piece that we must connect ourselves to. We can now begin to understand that all the fulfillment that we seek is separated from us, like various puzzle pieces. We now face the challenge of reconnecting and rebuilding the puzzle of fulfillment with the single purpose of transforming our nature from reactive to proactive. Why? To become one with the light, you see, when we are completely proactive beings, we will have the exact nature as the light. The more proactive we become, the more resemblance and closeness we achieve with the light. For sameness begets closeness on the spiritual plane. Being completely proactive is the ultimate closeness to oneness. And oneness with the light means infinite fulfillment. How come when we know something is bad for us, we indulge in it anyway? We have the intelligence to understand what is right, but there is a mysterious counterintelligence that pushes us in the wrong direction. We know we should work out and exercise 2 to 3 times a week. We know we should not scream and yell as often as we do. But some other intelligence takes over and controls our behavior. Why? What is it? Where is it? In any game, there must always be an opponent. I have explored various ideas from different religions to gain a deeper understanding of how to explain this phenomenon. The only word that can actually portray the harshness of this energy, as far as I know, is from Kabbalah, Satan, with an upside down E for the first A. The name of our opponent is Satan behavior, which in Kabbalah is a code word for reactive. The whole concept of Satan has been corrupted and misunderstood for centuries. It is not that character with horns on his head and a pitchfork. It's not that demonic character who possesses the bodies of little girls in scary Hollywood movies. It is far more clever and trickier. It is said that the most excellent ploy ever devised by Satan was tricking humanity into believing that he didn't exist. It also fooled humanity about his true identity and his actual whereabouts. That's all we have time for. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. Today, we had an excellent and meaningful discussion about our reactive nature and proactive behavior, exploring ways to improve them in our daily lives. We realized that our life is like a puzzle, and it's hard to understand or focus when we only have a few scattered pieces with gaps in between. Last week, we completed our class with a thought provoking question. Why do we sometimes resist doing what we know is genuinely beneficial for us? Next week, we're excited to delve even deeper into this question. I advise you not to believe anything you hear in this podcast. Could you test it out in your life? It has to work for you. Believing means there is already an element of doubt. The secret to success is to know the laws of life, not to believe in them. When you test these laws and principles, you will come to know. For your own benefit, make room for compelling new ideas. This will allow you to understand and evaluate the teachings more effectively. Quick reminder, click the button to follow this podcast. Remember, God woke you up this morning for a reason. Now go out and find out why.